How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Maxine Waters apparently revealing the plan and the intention behind the Democratic Party coming out with all these kind of crazy stimulus bills to quote unquote provide relief from the virus. There's a lot that was said in the video, so before I get into it, let's go ahead and roll it. In this clip, you'll see Maxine Waters on Spectrum News talking about the situation, why she does not want businesses to open, why we should stay shut down, all this, that, and the third. After we get done with that, I'll talk about what she said. I'll give you my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
The vaccines so that we can prevent it. Our governors are under, great stress. And the protests that have been organized, the protests that will trying to intimidate our governors to open up everything, or protests where, the people participating in that should be ashamed of themselves. They should not be encouraged in any way. They should not be encouraged from the top leadership of this country to go out and do that. I think that our governors are, for the most part, not all of them, and I'm certainly not talking about Governor Kemp in Georgia, but I'm talking about our own Governor Newsom here in California, who's done a wonderful job, and about Cuomo in New York, whose updates have been so helpful to so many of us across the country. I know the pressure is on, and I know that you're trying to hold the line, and I want you to hold the line. I don't want to see these establishments open back up. And I want the federal government to join with the cities and the states to support these families in every way that we can. I do want a moratorium on rent evictions, and I have a huge bill. I have $100 billion bill to pay the landlords. We don't want them to risk their properties. Many of them have bought small number of units, 8, 10 units, 4 units as retirement property. And I know that they need to pay their mortgages. And I am going to absolutely see to it that they are reimbursed, that they are paid for the moratorium on the evictions in their apartments. So we're doing everything that we can to give support to our constituents, to our citizens, to the people who work every day, who have families to take care of. And so if we do that, this will support our states and our governors and not having to open back up so that, these small businesses that are in direct contact with people, nail shops, beauty shops, barber shops, floor shops, these are people in touch with folks every day, and they're risking their lives, and we don't want them opened up.
All right, so you saw that, you heard that. I'm not really sure where to begin. Let's take it from the top. Maxine Waters was setting up the reason why people should just stay at home, not protest, and rely upon the government, in my humble opinion. To the average person that may not really be into politics like that, you may not have seen that, but I saw it. And a lot of us saw it as well. It was a big time dog whistle. It was so loud that anybody could have heard it, really, if you were listening out for it. The first thing is that she was saying how we don't want to open up businesses. What do you mean we, ma'am? You're still working. You still got your job going to Congress and doing nothing. That's still your job. You still got all your wigs in the row. Ducks in the row. Everything's all good with you. Ain't that right, Maxine Waters? So why are you talking about we? Okay, you don't speak French, or you shouldn't speak French here. If you're in California, you speak Spanish, then English, but different story. I digress. My point is that ain't no point in speaking French. We talking about we. Okay, you mean the. That's what you really mean. The peasants on the ground. You and your average tower in the sky, you're speaking down upon the lowly peasants about what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing. You can do whatever you want, but we can't. Typical Democrat, do as I say, never as I do, but I move on. She's talking about small businesses shouldn't reopen. And then she says, well, we should provide them with relief. So you see what happened there. You shouldn't stay open, and knowing that if you're not open, you can't make money. Knowing that if you're not open, the whole economy suffers, not just those that aren't working, but those that are working as well. Okay, everybody as a result suffers from this. Everybody losing cash from this. So since you don't have any money because you can't go out there and make it, let us take care of you. Let's give you the UBI and all kind of new monies. They're talking about yet another bill for $3 trillion with the T dollars, $3 trillion. Another one. We've already spent like what, 6.8 trillion so far during this whole virus pandemic. So you're talking about almost $10 trillion, 10 trillion. This is absurd. The money that we're spending is more than we could even make in a year just doing the regular economy. So why do we need to spend so much? It don't make no sense. It's just kind of ridiculous. Actually, this is really silly. 10 trillion is just way too much, and it's not going to help really. You can't spend any amount of money to make up for production loss. All right. I saw a debate between, I think it was a doctor and or a scientist and a couple of news anchors. Not sure why the news anchors thought they could debate this guy like they knew more than he did, but I digress. Anyway, they're trying to debate him, talking about, hey, well, let everybody stay at home and giving UBI $2,000 a month until this virus comes down. It's like, look, if people aren't at work, if they aren't producing things, then there ain't gonna be nothing to buy. And then when you do buy something, you're going to have low quantities of it. That'll make the price of it increase. So what are we even doing? Okay, people have to go back to work. That's a solution. You want everybody to be safe, but staying at home ain't going to be a guarantee that you'll be safe. Because I did a video a few days ago about New York. They said the majority of their hospitalized COVID patients were at home or in a nursing home. 66% of those that were in the hospital from the virus were sheltering in place at home, not working, not going to school or anything like that. Another 18% of the 100% came from a nursing home. So 84% total were nursing home or at home. So what are we even doing? All we're doing is prolonging the illness. We're prolonging the disease. I think the Democratic Party know that. And I think Maxine Waters revealed as much in her talk. Okay, it's simple. Don't go to work. Don't go to school. Don't do anything. Stay home, but we'll take care of you. We got everything you need. This is welfare, plantation politics, just on a very large scale. All right. They used to have it just for, poor inner city people. They give you that type of ideology, oh, you don't have a job, it's okay. We got this program, that program, this program, that program, and etc. But now you, the just regular everyday working Joe or Jill, whatever your name is, you are forced to stay at home and not work and take the welfare. That's what's going on. That is the ultimate goal, in my humble opinion. And then they're trying to get illegal aliens on it. So I think what they're trying to do is take advantage of the situation, trying to gain new voters like that. Okay, they want to give you the sickness and then provide the cure. The sickness being unemployment. But what they're not talking about, or what she's not talking about especially, is the amount of people that die every time you raise the unemployment rate. Okay, I saw a stat somewhere. I think I said it wrong before. I think I said 35,000. But the stat is for every 1 point of unemployment, 10,000 people die from various things, from domestic abuse, drug, alcohol addiction, lonely people are getting into dangerous activities, 10,000 suicide, 10,000 people per unemployment point die. So let's do the math. You went from 3.5% unemployment to potentially over 20. Let's just say it's 23.5%. That's a 20% increase in unemployment. So you're talking about 200,000 people dead. Is that what we want? I mean, you're trying to save lives, but you ended up destroying lives. You've had 100,000 small businesses close permanently as a result of the virus. The PPP and all this other stuff didn't help. And it's not going to help. They're going to be gone for forever. They're not coming back anytime soon, at least not by the same owners. You killing the stock market. You got guys trying to kill it for different reasons. That's a different story. Now I'll move on. You killing the stock market. You killing the unemployment. You killing people's confidence. Education is being ruined. You're talking about not being able to go back to school in the fall. That's going to be the next thing. They're going to say, okay, we still got issues with the virus. It's still a problem. We still got spikes. So no more school for the whole year. You got kids, like, this is going to damage them. They're missing the whole year of their school. They already missed half a year. Now they're going to miss another year. This is silly. all to prevent a virus with a very low death rate, a fraction of a percent. What are we even really doing? The Democrat Party, the swamp, if you will, they are using the virus to push forward their own thing. They want to push forward socialism. They want to push forward the welfare state upon everybody. They want to push these things forward and make you dependent upon them. Therefore, they'll get your vote come November. Hopefully, everybody sees what's going on. Maxine Waters laid it out pretty well for you, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Maxine Waters said the right thing, that we shouldn't open up businesses, because you got beauty salons, barbershops, nail techs, whatever. They come in close proximity to you. They're in danger of getting the virus. So we got to stay shut down. If that's your viewpoint, let me know why. And also tell me if you should stay shut down for now up until June, July, August. Then when are we going to reopen? They keep extending. They keep saying, okay, we're going to extend it to this day. And it'd be like a short time in the future. And then it keeps going further and further and further. At what point do we reopen? Oh, when the quote unquote, the cases and the deaths go down to what? What's the number we got to go down to? And then what if they spike back up? Like I said, Fauci was like, there could be a spike when it starts to get cold. And it probably will be a spike when everybody gets off of the quarantine, because when you're in the house weeks at a time and not leaving, you're going to have a weak immune system. Therefore, you're going to be more vulnerable to any kind of virus, especially the China virus. It's simple. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.